So this is my CamelBak M.U.L.E. This is one of the newest series in the standard civilian line, I guess, of CamelBak, where it's made out of 500 denier instead of 1000 denier nylon. This one I basically have set up for my kind of lightweight hiking pack. I use it on full day hikes, but this is how I usually have it set up here. Starting from the front up here, I've got my Garmin Rhino 110 GPS and radio hanging from the little piece of strapping here. It's got a pretty neat adjustable sternum strap, so you can just slide it up and down on this kind of rail here, and you can position it wherever it's important for you, or wherever it's easiest. This is a little thing I use to wipe off my glasses when I'm sweating. We're in southern Arizona here, so when I'm out hiking, I need to wipe off my glasses. It's a little microfiber rag that I can use to keep my glasses clean. So that just kind of hangs in here. Just stick it away so it doesn't get dirty real quick. Then down here I carry Eagle Industries Duty Evidence Collection Pouch, which is just a simple nylon closure. Hangs on here. If I want to take it off and put it on my belt or use it for something else, I can. It doesn't take up a lot of space, doesn't weigh very much, but it gives me a little additional capacity. You just pop this open, and now I've got a pretty good little area. It just hangs off of my pack while I'm wearing it, and sometimes if I stick extra water or something in there, or a sandwich or whatever, or if I find something neat on the trail, I can stick stuff in there, and then of course I can still reach it while I'm hiking there. Or if I really wanted to, I can take it off and hang it from my sternum strap or anywhere else, so that, you know, if I need to access it, but I can reach my hand back in there pretty good and get to it. A couple of the other little mods I did to the outside of the pack, nothing too big, but I took some of this shock cord and I looped it around through these grommets here, I guess. So basically what I can do is I take my jacket or sweatshirt or anything, I can stick it on here. This gives me a little more added capacity, or if I want to stick something through the sides here, I can stick things up through there. And then I also keep a couple carabiners if I need to clip it in the truck, or you know, have a jacket, something else I want to clip to it. That's pretty much it for the outside. This front pocket here gives you a little pocket where you can hold things. I keep a couple of Cliff Bars. That's all I keep in there. Just quick accessible snacks. And in here I keep a CR Designs lightweight, like windbreaker type jacket, and it just sticks. There's this little opening here. Looks like I also have a napkin down there. And then I basically just keep that stuck right down there, and I loop through this so that I don't lose it. And we can look at the contents of this small pouch in the front. These zippers are kind of nice. They zip all the way down, so you can kind of fold this back, get access to it. So the first thing I keep right here is my little first aid kit. It's not what came in here really. I pretty much added a bunch of other things. Just keep my basic stuff to keep me comfortable. I also keep some water purification tablets in here, some tape, safety pins, you know, aspirins, band-aids, things like that. You can look for a further review of that later. Then I keep right on top here some more snacks, usually whatever I'm eating for the day. In here I've got a couple lifesavers, some of these Power Bar and Cliff Bar shots of energy, little like goop that you can suck on, gives you some energy. Got some 550 cord here. I usually keep an Nalgene hanging from here, or somehow with me, as well as the water that I have in there. So what else I have down here? I've got some spare batteries, some 123 batteries for my Surefire light, 3 AA's for my GPS, a couple of 2032s for my headlamp. else do I have down here? A little bit of shot cord in case I need it for anything. Also, this little is a little catch. I usually put my keys and I clip them in here so I don't lose them when I open the pouch, and then I also keep a micro photon light in red so in the dark I can find my stuff in here. And of course I've got a Surefire L4 100 lumen flashlight in there. Bic lighter. Princeton Tactica little headlamp. And it's adjustable. It's nice and lightweight and compact. Great light. And I keep a SOG Trident knife. It's an auto assisted knife. It has an access lock, so it's a real tough, durable light. Lightweight, excellent quality knife. Also has this little lock right here so I can lock it out so it won't come out on accident on me. Some 550 cord on it. Sharpie. A little SOG multi-tool with cutters on it so I can cut away any clothing if I get hurt. Cut all kinds of different things. Also have normal multi-tool type tools on here. Some hand sanitizer. It's been in the heat, you can tell it's pretty liquefied. Spare chapstick. And down here I have my little survival section. So Adventure Medical Pocket Survival Kit. We've got further reviews of that in other places there. Only little addition I add is add another big lighter there, so I'm doubled up. And then last thing in here, I've got a couple of toilet papers from the MREs, some wet naps to clean up, and then some duct tape here. So that's it for my small pocket in the front here. I'm just going to pop this out to make it easier to look at this main pocket here. Well, actually, on the top here they have this thing. It's like a iPod pocket or whatever, but what I carry in it's a nice fleece lined pouch, so I keep my compass in there to keep it from getting scratched up and keep it accessible. Sometimes if I want, I could just stick it in here and keep this out where I can grab it. That's all I keep in this top pouch up here. Notice the zippers are nice rubberized, like waterproof type zippers too, that are pretty nice zipper there. So this opens up pretty good here, pretty wide. What I usually keep in here, I've got a little Lansky knife sharpener. Got reviews of that elsewhere as well. I always keep a topographic type map of wherever I'm hiking at, accessible there. Then I keep my Pentax 10x42 binoculars in here, so I always have a good pair of binoculars, can see where I'm going, and sometimes just sit down and look at things. And I keep a camera, got a good little Kodak digital camera in here. Got reviews of all these other items elsewhere. Got a like a emergency blanket with survival instructions printed on it. This is the double, I think, model where it's twice as big as most of them, so it gives you a little bit more. And it has two surfaces, orange on one side and reflective on the other side. It's a Adventure Medical as well. And I keep a Alcosac waterproof bag for, only do this because one time I got caught out in a pretty severe monsoon storm. Then I keep a cinch tight bandage. This is pretty useful. It's like a ABD pad with a ACE type bandage, so I can use this for severe bleeding, or if I sprain an ankle or something, or I need to take a stick and make a splint or something like that. I've got this. Then at the bottom here I keep a little Adventure Medical bivy sack in case I get stuck out and have to sleep or whatever. I've got enough to make shelter and keep myself warm. Have a couple of zip ties for repairing gear, things like that. Then at the bottom here I've got some more 550 cord, and then another just kind of a cheap space blanket just to use for more. That's everything I have in there. And then in here I also have a 3-liter CamelBak And usually if I'm going on a pretty tough hike or long hike, I stick a 3-liter CamelBak in here, and then in this main pocket I can still carry all that gear, and I have another 2-liter CamelBak that I slide in there for a total of 5 liters. So it's pretty useful. And then when I have an algae, and I've got a gallon and a half on me. So that makes up my CamelBak M.U.L.E here. I just found these on the trail as I was hiking today. Kind of a unique item to find on a hiking trail out in the woods, but hey, probably useful for something.